All right. Okay, so this is a continuation video on target dummy single target DPS on the Shadow Swordsman Duel spec. I made a video, I think 2 days ago, on how it was going, how it felt, and there was obviously many mistakes made on the rotation. I was new to it. Now I've got like 5 days playing it. So, a couple of things I've learned. First off, here are my aptitudes. I really like Furious Attack, man. I do not have any purples on my gear. The purple assault ones, I took those off. The main reason why I took those off, let me play this so you can see the other ones. I've got blue swifts, and then I've got Furious Attack and more blue swifts. The reason why I took the purple assaults off is, I don't know, they just weren't doing enough for me. I think you just go blue swifts and blue furious if you can, or just green furious. Those really seem really good. This is the talent setup. I'm running 3 points on the crit talents, so I can get to 50. I'm not sure if it's good to do that. I do it because I like seeing the 50%, but I'm not sure if I would gain more by taking 3 points off of that talent, going 47%, and then putting 3 points somewhere else. I'm running execute talent on this dummy test, so I will not get the value of that talent because dummy's not gonna go on 25%. And then my Inscribed stone, I am currently debating whether I like these 3 points on the resonance nodes or if I like the purple special effect nodes. And so far, the testing is, I don't know, inconclusive. I've done a little bit of testing, not a whole lot. But so far, there's not a clear winner for me. I got 3 points on this first node. I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie, I kind of do, because I don't know where else to put these points. So I just put them there. Don't know if it makes a huge difference, to be honest. And then, as you can see, I've got the upper left overload. Same setup as last video. Upper left and upper right sprawl. I'm running Shatter. I am not running Crush. Reason for that is I feel like I have more than enough crit at 50% that I don't know, we get more than enough crit. I feel like I don't know, it just feels like we don't get enough uptime on the room. To me, it feels like. But yeah, you can see I'm running, let me play that back a little bit. Overload, Sprawl, Intertwined Fates, High Energy Potion, and Shatter over Crush. I've tested both as well. Shatter seems to be winning every time I test it. Not by a lot though, it's like a 60 to 80 DPS increase every time I use Shatter over Crush. But yeah, don't think it makes a huge difference, although 60 DPS is 60 DPS. So let's get into the test. I like starting with my Frenzy Throw, which is 4. I have it bound to E, but I will try to give the keybind numbers that the game, the default keybind settings, sorry. I will try to call them by that. So I start always with 4, 1, 6, 3. And this is something that has been mentioned a lot on the Discord, the Shadow Swordsman Discord. And I agree with it, because you go Frenzy Throw, you go Assault to get a proc, an Assault proc, which would be really good, obviously. Then you go for 6, and 6 is going to increase the chance that your next ability crits. That's what 6 is going to do. So you go 6 and then you go Furious Attack, which is 3, which is my Q. And when you see that happen, I low rolled it. It was a 9.7. So, you hope for the best. I did not get blessed by the RNG gods here. But now we just keep going with the rotation. This is still going to be good because we've got Swift Strike. See, that's a 10.9k Swift Strike, another 10k Swift Strike, an 18k Swift Strike. So even though we low roll on the Furious Attack on our 3, all of our 2s were crits and they were really good. One thing I like to do during this window, the Thirst Battle window, I like to speedrun all of these abilities. And I always try to get one more Furious Attack off. So it's 1 second left, and there's my Furious Attack, right? And it did 25k. But the reason why... This is why also going high on cooldown is really good. Because if I did not have the amount of cooldown that I have, look at me, I'm just trying to speedrun to get one more Q out of this. One more Furious Attack. That is my mission right now. I'm trying to get there, boom, 25k. While my 6 buff is active. So that is literally my only mission on the opener. I'm gonna play that back again. Also, I've said this on the previous video. I am not sure that what I'm doing here is correct. It just feels correct to me, right? You go 4, 1, 6, 3, and then I'm just speed running. I'm doing 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 until my Q is up again, and I'm trying to get that cast off on the weak spot, which you can always assure before this buff goes down, right? So I'm just speed running 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and I'm just trying to make sure that I can get this. There you go. That Furious Attack. Let me play it back just on this point. See that right there? That small window. I press the Furious Attack. Boom, 25k. So we high rolled that one, and then now, because we are in our downtime, now you hope for procs from Assault, but just make sure that on cooldown, you're pressing your E on a weak spot, and then you use your 1 and your 2 to move around the wheel. Anytime you can take advantage of a 2 on the weak spot, you do it. Other than that, you just move around the roulette. The priority system for me on weak spots is 4, 3, 2. And if you don't have anything up, I have learned that I do have to cast Assault. Even if it feels bad. What can you do? You got to keep the roulette moving, because that's going to decrease your cooldowns, right? So it's really good. And now here, this is why I'm waiting. I didn't use 2. I waited for 4 to come off cooldown, and then we go boom, right? And then we just, again, 2, 1 spam. Every time 3 is up, use it on the weak spot. Not sure what happened there. That was a little bit of downtime on my part, unnecessary. So that was some DPS loss. But right now, I'm at 4.5, right? This is nowhere near over. This is a 5-minute and I think 47-second pull, which is what I like to do, because you're basically beating the enrage timer on the boss. I don't like doing 1 minute or 2 minutes. If you get a high roll, it's going to look awesome. But if you get a low roll, it's going to look bad. And it's not consistent enough for me. So here we go. Now, I like when all of my cooldowns are coming up, as you can see. I like holding on so that my cooldown can be as bursty as possible. So you're going to see how I'm just slowly doing everything. I even cast a 5 there so that I can get another charge of Swift Strike up. And then it's time to go. And I open up the same way. 4, 1, 6, 3, and then 2-1 spam, 2-1 spam, 2-1 spam. Now on this one, I have my Inscribed Stone up. And what I like to do with my Inscribed Stone is I like to position the weakness pointer on 12. If we're looking at a clock, on 12 o'clock, right? And then I go for 3, 7, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. That's what I like to do, and I'm not sure if it's correct. It's what I've been doing. And I mean, look at this. Hopefully I get some high procs on this, right? So yeah, 2-1 spam. And then I'm gonna make here, I'm doing 7 and Furious Attack with the buff still up. This is really good. 34k. That is really good damage, man. And then you do 1-1, 3. 27k. That one did not have the Thirst Battle buff up. So it's not going to hit us hard, but this is really good. It's 27k still. And then last one. I guess it didn't go off cooldown, but I don't know. Something happened there. But yeah, we're on downtime now. We just try to, once again, hit our weak spots with our 3 and 2. And then whenever 4 comes off cooldown, we are prioritizing 4. I'm at 4.9k so far, by the way. So this is definitely way better than what I did on my last video. Obviously, I've been playing the spec for more days now. So I'm more comfortable on it. And also, I think the most important thing here is just do not hold on to anything. If you are unsure if you should hold on or keep sending, you probably should keep sending. When I say keep sending, I mean keep moving moving through the wheel, you know, the weakness wheel, the roulette. Keep moving it. Because you're going to decrease your cooldowns. It's almost always correct to do so. Again, 4-1-6-3 and then 2-1 spam. Wait for... Okay, I'm doing it again. See? Like, I'm doing that. I'm doing that again, brother. Like, I'm waiting. I'm lining up that weakness spot on 12, and I'm pressing 3, 7 while this is up. This one does not crit. I don't think so. This is 11.8. Not bad. 18.9. Better. And I didn't get a third one off. Maybe you can definitely get a third one off. That's probably me being bad, you know. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I do it during my Inscribed Stone window, which is coming up right after my 4163 window. And that's why I like running the heavy resonance nodes, because it feels like my burst is that much more powerful. So but I do not know if running purple specs would be better, because maybe my Inscribed Stone window is weaker, but then my overall damage during everything else would be higher, possibly. But I'm liking that burst style. It feels good to see it happen. We're just moving through the wheel. See, I really like just moving through the wheel, man. Don't hold on to anything. Just keep moving. And then I'm going to press 4 here, 3, and then 2-1 spam. I probably should have went with 1 before there because it had 2 charges. That's a misplay on my part. But we're chilling. We're at 4.6. So this is looking really good so far. Nice. Low roll a little bit there. See, that's probably a mistake on my part there. I held on so that I could swift strike that weak spot. But that's probably a mistake. I need to just speed run, man. Just speed run it. You're probably going to end up doing more damage that way. And you can kind of force your way into a good situation just if you know how to move the roulette with your abilities. Holding on to it has not worked out for me in any way, shape, or form recently. This time I did not have the Inscribed Stone up in time, but I still wait for it. There's a 27k. There's a 6k on Fortune. And there's a 13.2. So not bad. You would obviously like to crit all three. But you take what you can get. And here I'm holding on. No, I'm not. Yeah, I think this is 100% correct. Don't hold on. Wait for the next weakness spot. Keep moving that roulette. And just send it. I like it. I like it. Just keep moving the roulette. Don't ever hold on. It feels so bad to hold on. So yeah, this is right now I'm at 4.3 and this has been a long pull. So if the reason why this is important for me is because, or the reason why this is good is because right now I did not farm up my Inscribed Stone pre-pull. I don't have crit potion. I don't have potion basin. I'm not using burst spots. I'm not using barbecue feast, you know. I don't have any raid buffs. I'm not using the execute talent because the dummy is not reaching execute range. So this right here is a 4.3 and I pull off the dummy while I'm at 4.3, right? In a raid environment, that 4.3 with all of those buffs that I just mentioned is going to be insane. That might touch 5k. And as you can see, the damage breakdown, Swift Strike is just, it does so much for us, right? So much damage. But Furious Attack is 13k per cast. That's a lot. That is a whole lot. And I think it's because on my last video, it was doing 10.4. But on my last video, I was running purple assaults. I took out those purple assaults for green furious attacks, which are easier to find, number one. And it just seems like, or it feels like so far from what I've tested, it just feels like green furious attack is outperforming purple assault by a lot. Because really assault, really what it does, I think, for us is just mark weak spots, help us move around the wheel. But the damage is coming from 3 and 2, right? The usage of 3 and 2 and the usage of Inscribed Stone, because during my Inscribed Stone window, that's increasing my furious attack damage by a lot. That could also be what's happening here. It could not be the purple assaults too much, although it is a factor because I added 3 green furious attack aptitudes, so that's definitely a factor. But yeah, I mean, this was 4.3. I pulled off the dummy, went down to 4.2. This is a 5-minute 47-second test, so this is perfect for a raid environment, right? Bosses enrage at around 6 minutes, most of them, I think. So you're beating the enrage timer here, and you're doing 4.3k. When you add in all those buffs that I mentioned earlier, it's probably like a 5k pull. And if you're doing 5k, you're doing good. Especially if you are on boss the whole fight, which is what most groups tell me to do. They tell me, Swordsman, you're on boss the whole fight. Have fun. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't have to go at ads. I mean, I attack ads when there's a certain level of prio or whatever. But mostly they tell me, just stay on boss, man. Don't worry about it. So it's good. It's really good to have this amount of damage on the boss, especially when execute phase comes up. That's when you're really online. So, yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. I want to give a thanks to all the people, all the Shadow Swordsman duel experts on Discord. I've read the comments, and man, I've learned a lot in these 5 days. And it's showing, because 4.3k, at least I feel like 4.3k on a dummy for 5 minutes and 47 seconds. It's a lot of damage, man. It feels like a lot. And I'm still probably doing some incorrect stuff. So I think there is potential for this to go to maybe a 4.5 whenever I get better. Because I'm nowhere near as good as I should be right now. But slowly but surely, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thank you for all the comments on the Discord. They've helped me out. See you.